Everyone, hope you're well. So in today's video I am joined by amazing nature again, and I want to talk to you about the dark side and the dark and the light and what has been happening. And I felt this so clearly yesterday. I asked this question: should this message be shared, and this experience that I've been through, should I share this with the world? Because potentially this can be quite triggering. And the message was yes. Is this of service to the world to share this? Yes, this is. And I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and I was able to help her through what she was going through with this information. So it was really clear to me that yes, some people watching this might get triggered by this. Some people might deny what I'm saying. The butterfly agrees. And yeah, and because I was able to help my friend through this, I thought, right, okay, this is something that I need to share and get out there. Okay. Now, this video today is about the dark side, and I can even feel some fear coming up in me sharing this. I also didn't know whether to share it because I didn't want to manifest more dark, but actually what was happening is by me not sharing this, I'm actually denying what has been going on for me, what has been going on for some of my clients. And I'm going to just take this back to basics, right? In everything is energy, and within everything there is dark and there is light. Within ourselves there are elements of us that are light, there are elements of us that are dark, and by doing shadow work we can uncover and integrate and accept those dark parts of us. And this is the same for all energy. So humans are energy, these trees are energy, and in the realm of energy there are lots of energies that are out there. And what I've come to learn in my experience is my journey of understanding that everything was energy was firstly that I was picking up a lot of energy from people around me. And you can see some of this in my video where I say don't deny or dramatize. I think that's what the video is called, don't deny or dramatize that everything is energy. And we can do this with people as well. We can deny that going to busy places, oh, I'll be okay, I'm not going to pick stuff up. Okay, that's denying it. And then dramatizing it is, oh my gosh, I can't do anything, I have to hide from the world, like there's too much energy, everyone is taking my energy. So we know this happens with people. We know this happens as highly sensitive as empaths. We know that being around certain people like narcissists or just being in busy places, we are absorbing energy and we don't want to deny it. Now, there is a second piece to this, and this is why I always use energy clearing techniques in all of my programs with my clients and with myself on a regular basis. And that is that there are dark energies in this world. Now, I've spoken to, and whatever your truth is on this, whatever truth you feel in your body as I say this, I honour your truth and your perspective and your opinion. You may have not been affected by this. This may not be part of your journey. So I respect your opinion. In my experience and my journey, which I cannot not share now because I need people to know this, things that I thought were anxiety, feelings that I felt in my body, feelings of overwhelm, crazy busy thoughts coming in my head that I was noticing through my mindfulness practice, they A, weren't anxiety, B, weren't mine, and the third one that I've seen come up this week is, oh, it's just my hormones. No, sometimes it is not your hormones, it is not anxiety, it is energy, okay? And basically the world is light and dark, and there are dark things in this world that want to bring you down in consciousness. They do not want you to develop your consciousness, because when you develop your consciousness, you A, have an awareness of the dark, so you can see it and you can clear it and you send it back to source, and it's not happy with that because it likes feeding off your light. And secondly, they don't want us to grow and develop and to become a more conscious, peaceful planet. Like, that's not what the dark wants, okay? So we have to have this awareness that this is happening. And I've spoken to a lot of people recently who are doing various elements of spiritual work, like mediumship, and It really is a responsibility to have this awareness. If you are going out, and as somebody who's trained as a medium myself, I trained with a teacher who works with and clears entities, because if you are going out into the world and opening up to spirit, you don't just open up to spirit, you're opening up to all energy. Whether you are training in some kind of energy healing, you're opening up to all energy. You can't just decide and say, right, I'm opening up and I'm only going to open up to the light, because that's not the reality. The reality is there's light and dark in the world, and there's light and dark within us. So we cannot, and this is like where the light washing comes in, as we say only love and light, I'm only going to connect to love. We're then denying this huge dark part of firstly ourselves. It's then going to come out as triggers and is being created by traumas and things in our life that we need to clear, and we become in denial for what's going on in the world. And if we continue to open up and we continue to do this work without having an awareness that there are entities and things trying to bring us down that we need to clear, then we are not taking full responsibility for ourselves and our own energy, and we are therefore not taking responsibility for our clients as well. Because think about, you need to be a clear channel to connect to whatever work it is that you do, that you need to connect to source, and you need to connect to those divine messages. You are not going to be or even if it's just for yourself and your own intuition, you are not going to be a clear channel if you are denying and saying, yeah, that's not my truth, I'm not really aware of any dark stuff, because your anxiety, your hormone issues, your crazy busy thoughts, your depression even, may be being caused by this darkness, and we don't want to fear it. So we don't want to go into dramatising either and be like, oh my gosh, and I've been there, I've woken up one day, it's just got super windy, I've woken up one day with a handprint bruise on my leg, okay? Now this is how I know we mustn't deny this stuff, and this was last year. I was very brutally psychic attacked. This was a very deliberate manipulation of the dark by a certain individual who was attacking my business. And I woke up with a handprint bruise on my leg. And when you start to see things happening in the physical realm, you can't deny it. So it is a responsibility, if we're going to work with clients, for us to be a clear channel. So what can you do? So firstly, what I want to say to you is there are loads of people out there that can help you with this. Not just me. When you actually go out there and explore, you will find people who can help you with this in a variety of forms. So I do energy clearings in all of my my programs, and you can work with different varieties of energy clearing. But one of the most important things to consider, which is no different to denying and dramatising human energy as well and going to busy places, is simply just clearing. So every time you go to a busy place, you come home, you cut cords, you have a salt bath, you clear, you come in nature, you touch some trees, you sit in trees, you get grounded, spend time in nature. I've got a grounding mat at home that helps to clear and ground that energy. So one of the first things you can do is similar to how you would be as an HSP around normal human energy, okay? Those procedures will work by keeping your energy clean and clear. And the second thing I want to say to you is boundaries. You can have energetic boundaries. So the other day I woke up, I was going to go to nature, and I suddenly realised I needed to send a couple of emails and reply to a couple of messages, and I thought, oh, I'll just do those first. And I picked up so much energy from those interactions. And so I had to take responsibility to then clear before I carried on with the rest of my day. And it shows up for me, it'll show up for you in the ways that you feel. You'll know how it shows up for you. It shows up for me in like a frustration and an annoyance and an anger at people and a need to just want to hide myself away. And quite easily I can go into that cycle of like, oh my gosh, I'm so sensitive, I need to hide away. And that's when I know it's happening. Okay, so number one, being aware, like firstly just being aware of it, right? Let's just stop denying it. The world is a dark place and the world is a light place, and yes, we can make that choice and we can connect to the light and we can build. So this is why I include positive psychology programs in all the work that I do, because we build those grounded roots in place like the tree. So when the storm comes, when the dark comes, we can deal with it because we've got those grounded roots in place. So yes, we do want to focus on the light side, and that helps us to build those grounded roots, but we don't want to deny the dark as well, and we don't want to dramatize it. So firstly, having the awareness, taking real responsibility. Now I say real responsibility, I thought at a time in my life I was taking responsibility, and I wasn't. I needed to go above and beyond. And I was hearing this message loud and clear, like, if your mission is to really create ripples on this planet, to really help people with your work, this is a huge responsibility, and you need to take responsibility for keeping your energy clear, because firstly, you're going to feel great, and secondly, that's how you're going to really help people shift and grow. And if we're working with energy in any form, in any way, we cannot deny this stuff, because it is all energy. So what we are opening up to is all energy, okay? Energy of nature, energy of people, energy of animals, energy of entities, the collective consciousness, things that are going on in the world right now, okay? We cannot deny it. But having these energy clearing and grounding practices in place will help. And the second thing, as I said, is boundaries. So having those energetic boundaries. Don't deny that you, like, this is why I've come off Facebook, because I was attacked by entities that were in Facebook and tried to bring me down when I was doing a free event on Facebook. So that's why I've come off Facebook. So I'll talk openly about that. And if anyone's got any questions about that, just ask me. So setting the boundaries, like your normal person boundaries, are going to help with this. Not being over responsible for fixing people, only helping people that have an energetic exchange with you where you are. So I now have this boundary where unless there is an energy exchange with money, I don't tap into any intuitive things for people. I don't do readings, I don't do clearings, I don't do coaching. Whereas old me, was trying to coach everyone, the friends and family, and and that was giving me leaky boundaries, which was then opening me up to attacks as well. Because then if those people haven't invested the money, they're not then giving energetic permission for you to do those things with them, even if they sort of consciously are saying they are. So it's like an energy exchange. So number 2, boundaries. And human boundaries, again, similar to human energy and clearing techniques, having these human boundaries in place can really help, and being, coming out to nature, disconnecting from technology can really, really help. And then thirdly, there are tools out there. So one of the tools that I use with my work and with my clients is through Access Consciousness, and this is available to anyone. So you can simply Google Access Consciousness, and in there you can use the clearing statement, and some things need that deeper layer of clearing and may need naming, but that's a really great way to clear any attachments or any energy to you. So I'm going to say it now for anyone watching, any inorganic beings, to myself or anyone watching this, or anyone in the collective or community right now, please leave, please go back to source immediately. And then I say the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, all 9, pop, pod, shorts, boys and beyonds, and I throw that energy down into the ground, and the trees are going to absorb that energy. So my plea to you, if you feel triggered by this, then this might not be your journey, or it might be triggering you because this is your journey. Do not deny, everything is energy. This is all shown in quantum research, and the research that's been done in the quantum. When we connect into the quantum field, everything is energy, everything is interconnected. So we don't just do our energy healing, and we don't just do our mediumship. If we are opening to everything. So this is a must-have for anybody. This is an absolute essential for anybody doing any type of spiritual work. This needs to be like the hygiene practice. How you have sort of like those health and safety or hygiene practices in certain professions. This is like the number 1 crucial essential hygiene practice. And then doing it for you as well, because if you want to achieve your big dreams and goals, remember the dark don't want you to achieve those goals, and they're gonna try and bring you down in consciousness. So just from your own perspective, if you want to achieve your dreams and goals, then this is something that you need to consider when you're working with energy, when you're working with manifestation, when you're working with anything that is energy, okay? So go and watch my video on Don't Deny or Dramatize It if you haven't seen it already, because this focuses more on the people side of the energy. If this is where you're at on your journey, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me. And we've done some clearing today on the video as well, from this beautiful forest location. So sending you all lots of love.